Hey, how's it going? My name's Yuka and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about dreams because I feel like dreams can give you significant messages. So I'm really into dream interpretation and I love dissecting dreams and kind of finding out the meaning behind them because I believe that you can use dreams as keys to unlock parts of your subconscious mind. So not only that, but I do believe through dreams your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors can communicate to you. And it might sound a little crazy, but have you ever had a dream of someone who has passed away, or maybe even an animal that has passed away that has shown up in your dream and you know that it's them visiting you? Kind of like that. There's a few things that I like to keep in mind with dream interpretations. You have your normal dreams, right? They're dreams that just seem like whatever, nothing super significant. But if you do dissect the dreams, you can kind of find out what's going on in the subconscious mind, or they can kind of represent things. There's symbolism in everything that we experience. That's one thing. The second thing is that sometimes people appear in your dreams and they may not have the same face of who they represent, but you know that that person in your dream represents this specific person. And you may be wondering, why is this person showing up in my dream? I'm not really understanding. And so the way that my mom has taught me was basically the person can represent that specific person, but most of the time what it represents is actually a part of you. And so what you want to do when someone shows up in your dream and you're wondering why is this person here? What you want to do is you want to don't overthink it, but you want to think of the first 3 things that come to mind to describe this person. So is this person happy, jolly, and cheerful, or is it angry, negative, or whatever? 3 specific things that describe this person, and that's kind of what that person might signify in your dream. And so sometimes in dreams you have knowings of things, knowledge. You just feel something or you know something without anything actually happening, right? And so sometimes dreams can be messages, or sometimes they can even be premonition dreams. So I've had actually a few premonition dreams of where I would have a dream about something and literally within a day or 2, those things unfold in my physical reality. And then the third thing, so if you are indoors in a dream, that usually indicates something that's going on in your subconscious mind. So if something stands out to you in your dream and you feel like it is significant, then it likely is significant and you should look into that. So a big thing with dreams is that if you feel something in your dream might have had some significance, I highly recommend looking into it. A quick Google search or talking about it and kind of thinking about it, because most of the time you're feeling the significance for a specific reason. It's not just for no reason. So if something stands out to you, look into it in whatever way that might mean for you. This specific dream that I want to talk about is really important to me because it just really showed me how deeply connected we all truly are and how protected we are when chaos is going on in our lives and we feel like there's nothing we can do and there's no one that can help. Okay, so I'll just go into the dream that I had. So in mid-August of 2020, this was before my sister's second reoccurrence. This was, things were just life was just going, nothing. I mean, aside that the fact that we were in the middle of a pandemic, there was no real family issues or chaos going on or any of that sort. So this dream started out by, I was in Portland, Oregon. So in the dream, what stood out to me from the very beginning of the dream was that I felt like in my dream, I had been in the same place that I had been previously. So the significance was that I was doing the same thing for the second time, but at this time I was doing it from a wiser, more mature standpoint. I had more knowledge. So in the dream I knew this. I knew that I was redoing something, but I knew that I was doing it with more knowledge, basically. And at the time of the dream, I actually thought that it was revolving starting my business. So anyways, in the dream, I was in you know, at McDonald's, they have like those playpens where they have you can go through the tubes and there's like a slide and it's like kind of like a maze and all that. So I was in one of those. It was huge, but it was for adults and it was like completely pitch black in there. And I was with Jeff, my boyfriend, but he wasn't like standing with me. I just knew that I was in Portland with him. So in the dream, I was like low-key freaking out because I didn't know how to get out of this place. I was like, I want to get out of here, you know, like what am I doing in here? I hate it. And so I was just trying to find my way out. But in my dream, I like kind of calmed myself down and I just reminded myself that everything's okay and everything will be okay. So eventually I had gotten out of this maze that I was in and I was outside and it was like a bright sunny day. It was like so gorgeous and I was standing with Jeff and I was like starving and I really wanted to eat something. So in my dream, this extremely tall man walked by me, but I couldn't see his face because when he was so tall that when I looked up, the sun was shining. He was so tall to the point where his head was like basically where the sun was. And so when I looked up, I couldn't even open my eyes because it was so bright, right? So, and I was thinking in my dream, like, man, this guy's so tall. But like, I had this feeling in my dream that he was an angel. So he walked by and I was just like, whoa, that's kind of weird. Like that seems like an angel. And so anyways, he walked up to me and Jeff and he was like holding like a clipboard with, you know, with papers and like a pen and stuff like that. So he seemed as if he was like not selling something, but he was doing something outside with a clipboard and paper and whatnot. And so he came up to us and he said, would you guys happen to want to go eat somewhere? And I was like, yes, exactly. Like you read my mind. That's crazy. I literally am starving right now. And then he said, would you guys want to go eat somewhere overlooking the water? It's so beautiful there. And I was like, yes, that's exactly where I want to eat. Like, please sign me up, take me there. Like, let's go immediately. And he was like, okay, I'll take you there, but you have to trust me. And I said, yeah, sure, I trust you. Like, I can't even see your face, but I trust you. You know what I mean? And he said, no, you have to put your hand on my heart and tell me that you trust me. But in the dream, so I was like, you know, reaching forward, but his heart was actually a necklace. It was a dog tag. So it was very significant. It was like a, you know, silver dog tag. And that was what he was calling his heart. So he said, put your hand on my heart, which was the dog tag, and say that you trust me. So I put my hand on his heart, the dog tag, and I said, I trust you. And then he made Jeff do the same thing. He said, Jeff, you have to put your hand on my heart and tell me you trust me. So we both did it. And like I said, like I initially when I saw him, I thought he was an angel and I could tell he was Asian. And so I'm Japanese, but for some reason in the dream, I thought that he was Chinese. So I was like, okay, there's no like connection there because I'm Japanese, right? And then he said, okay, you have to sign this paper saying that you put your hand on my heart and that you trust me. So in the dream, the clipboard with the paper was actually a contract. I was like, okay, whatever, right? So he hands me this clipboard with the paper and there was Japanese writing on it and it clicked in that moment. I was like, oh my God, he's a Japanese angel. This is crazy. You know, he's actually my Japanese angel, maybe, you know, that's what I was thinking. But so Jeff and I both signed the contract saying that we trusted him when we put our hand on his heart and that he was going to take us to where we had to go. And then, you know, we went on with our day. You know, I woke up. I don't even know if we ended up going to the restaurant, but there was a significance. There was a correlation to me being Japanese and him being Japanese and me knowing that he was an angel when I first saw him. You know, like I was like looking, like I couldn't even see his face, you know, so I literally don't even know what he looked like, but I do remember the dark hair. And just looking at him, I remember like squinting because the sun was so bright, like from behind his head, like he was so lit up like an angel, you know. And I woke up from this dream and initially I was like, wow, that was really significant and that was really cool. Like one of my angel ancestors came and visited me and told me basically to trust them and that, you know, they'll lead me to wherever I needed to go, right? And so at this moment, I thought that it had to do with my business because I just launched my business for essentially the second time. So if you go back to my previous video, you know that I tried launching this whole thing that I'm doing now back in 2015, 2016, and I stopped because I didn't have the courage to go through with it. I got the corporate job, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Ended up 2020 relaunching it again. And so I was posting on a consistent basis and I was like, doing my thing. And so I thought that when I woke up from this dream that was what this was representing. I really thought that, that my angel was telling me like, just keep trusting because it's going to work out, right? Boy, was I wrong about that one. Then 2 weeks later after this dream was when we got the news of my sister's second reoccurrence of glioblastoma. And I knew that that's what the dream was actually about. That my angels, my ancestors, or whoever that was in my dream was letting me know that you got to trust because we're going to get you to where you got to be, right? And I signed a contract, and so I knew that I had signed this contract with this angel, that I was trusting him. And so I had this deep knowing that everything was going to be okay, even though 5% of patients live past 5 years with glioblastoma. So the odds were extremely low, but I knew that everything was going to work out. So then from that dream up until November of 2021, so a little over a year and like a few months, I had been looking for the significance of the dog tag, because when he said put my hand on his heart, I was like, it was a silver dog tag, and it was very significant. It wasn't just like, oh, it's just a stupid dog tag. There was a significance between the specific dog tag and him saying that was his heart. I was like, how is this dog tag his heart? So anyways, I was looking for some sort of significant dog tag in my life for a little over a year and a few months. And, I came across a lot of dog tags in stores from the moment of that dream, but I never felt like a this is it. When I feel something or when I see something that's significant, I know it, right? I have this like intuitive knowing that it's important and it stands out to me. So it wasn't like I was just looking around for any random dog tag, because I found many random dog tags, but none of them stood out to me. None of them, I didn't feel something. So I was waiting for the dog tag that I felt something from it. So then, from the second occurrence, she got surgery, she got radiation, and she was back at work within 3 months. It was like she got diagnosed like August 31st, so like 2 weeks after this dream. And by November 1st, she was back at work. November 1st of 2020. So like September, October. Yeah, like two months. 2 months, she was back at work. And, she went through her surgery, radiation, chemotherapy, and she was back at work within 2 months, which is crazy, right? So she was doing her thing, working out, eating healthy, on her groove, like trying to get back into things. And then in June of 2021 was when she got her third occurrence. And this time, I didn't have a significant dream. The tumor was inoperable. She couldn't receive radiation because she had received way too much radiation, just 8 months prior. So the doctor said she couldn't receive any more radiation because it would damage her brain. She couldn't get surgery because it was so deep in her corpus callosum that getting surgery would actually do more harm than good. So we were basically relying on immunotherapies and alternative medicine to heal from a stage 4, very, very aggressive brain tumor. So through June 2021 until November 2021, so that was 5 months of us just, obviously I was worried, like this is serious stuff. 5% of patients live past 5 years, and the average survival rate of glioblastoma is 12 to 18 months. So, it's almost impossible not to worry. But I held this faith and this trusting. The fact that she has been a 7-year survivor and a 3 occurrence survivor, I knew that there was a deeper meaning behind this. So from June of 2021 through November of 2021, I just had to trust, right? I just had to have faith and just keep helping as much as I could and be there for her as much as I could. She was getting MRIs every 6 weeks. Toward the end of November, she was going in for her MRI. It was just, and this is where this is where everything got tied together. So up until this MRI, the tumor was still there. You know, we weren't getting any news of it shrinking. We weren't getting any news of any good news at all, actually. It was just staying stagnant. There wasn't significant growth, but there wasn't any shrinkage of any kind at this moment. So the morning of her MRI, she posted a photo holding a dog tag. And I was like, what the hell? Like, and then I thought, is that the dog tag? Is this the significance of the dog tag? Is that why I wasn't able to find the dog tag that I was looking for? Is that the reason why none of the other dog tags stood out to me throughout the past, over a year and a few months? And then it got even crazier. So I freaked out and I was like, oh my God, where did you get that dog tag? Who gave you that dog tag? And her reply was one word: Angel. And I was like, what? I don't know. Like, I think my heart stopped. I think my heart stopped in that moment because it all tied together. So my sister had been attending a brain tumor support group who was run by a woman named Angel. And while Angel, the person who runs the brain tumor support group, isn't the significance in the story, the fact that her name is Angel is the significance, right? Because the significance in the dream was that it was a Japanese angel, meaning there was a connection between me and this angel. And the fact that I knew it was an angel, it wasn't like, it wasn't something else. It was specifically an angel. When I saw him in my dream, I knew that he was an angel in my dream. And the fact that she got a dog tag from, like, I just don't believe in coincidences. Like, I believe that is a synchronicity, and a synchronicity is a clear sign from the universe, from your angels and your spirit guides, letting you know that you're on the right track. It's a clear sign from the universe when you have a synchronicity that you're in alignment, right? So when I saw that she got the dog tag from someone named Angel, I just knew, and I was like, there it is. That's the reason why I wasn't able to find any dog tags that felt something for me, because that was the one. And then she got her MRI, and then we got the call that the tumor had completely disappeared. 5 months. No chemotherapy, no radiation, no surgery, all due to she's getting 2 immunotherapies. And what immunotherapies do is that they work to boost the immune system. So it's not actually specifically targeting the tumor. They're just helping to boost the immune system. And then, we had her on adaptogenic mushrooms, turkey tail specifically. So turkey tail is a natural mushroom. It's non-psychedelic, so it's not going to give you any crazy psychedelic effects. You can get it from your health food grocery stores. You can actually get the pills from CVS. I've seen them there. I did a ton of research on turkey tail. I did a ton of research on cannabis and how that can help with tumors. And so she was relying on, Eastern holistic medicine, right? Yeah. So 5 months, stage 4 brain cancer, disappeared. And it was crazy. And I knew, and I was just crying, like, of happiness, knowing that, one, that she was still here. And because during that 5 months, the doctors had her fill out a will. She had an advance directive. The doctors were, not very hopeful. It was really tough to stay strong and to stay hopeful. But I knew that I had to. I knew that we had to, because I knew that something could happen. I knew that miracles are possible. I knew that something could be done, and there was. So, moral of the story is, and while I'm not discrediting doctors in any way at all, do not give in to the statistics, because like I said, 5% of patients live past 5 years. My sister is on her 7th year. She's still here. She's still doing well. She is 5%, okay? They told my sister she did not have much longer. And she's still here 7 years later. So don't take everything that you hear as facts, because miracles can happen. Trust, faith, prayer, they all can work in significant ways if you truly believe it. So don't give up. And I hope that this message reaches all of the people who are suffering, who are scared, who don't believe that there is hope. That there is hope. And not only is there hope, but miracles do happen. And my sister is a true indicator of that. So please don't give up, and don't allow anybody that you love and care about to give up either, because something can be done when you really have faith and trust. Things just happen. Anyways, on a lighter note, I really hope that from this you realize how deeply connected and protected you are, even when it seems like you're not. Because your angels and your spirit guides and your ancestors, they're all looking after you. Even through the worst times of your life, you still always find a way to get up. And you always find a way out. And sometimes the really shitty times in your life are just there to push you to trust and surrender and have faith. But anyways, I'm really interested to know if any of you have had significant dreams in your life, any premonition dreams or something that stood out to you. Please leave your dreams in the comments below. I'd love to read through some of your experiences and seeing how deeply connected we all are to the spirit realm. So go ahead and leave a comment below on some of your dream experiences. So the month of May is actually Brain Tumor Awareness Month. So I'm getting this video right on time, right before May, so that you guys all know so May is Brain Tumor Awareness Month. And so in October, the Ivy Brain Tumor Center is putting on the 4th annual Head for the Cure 5K run/walk. It's going to be held in Phoenix, Arizona, and Angel, who runs the Brain Tumor Support Group, is putting together a fundraiser. So for her birthday, she wants to raise $10K for this race by the end of May. And what's really great, Angel decided to dedicate this fundraiser in honor of Maki. And yeah, it's so sweet and kind of her to do that in Maki's honor. And so I wanted to share that on here. If you guys are interested in donating, I'll put all of the information and links below, and I'll also put Angel's Instagram in the description of this video, so that if you or someone you know has a brain tumor, it doesn't have to be cancerous, but someone who is wanting to join a support group, please reach out to Angel. I'll put her Instagram and all of her information in the description so that you can contact her if you would like to join this group. There's people all over joining this support group. Me and my sister are in California, but there's people all the way in Buffalo, New York. So yeah. So anyways, I hope that this video gave you some sort of inspiration, gets you excited for some dreams that you might have. And I'm really looking forward to connecting and hearing from you in the comment section and or on my Instagram or TikTok. I really like seeing your guys' comments and questions, and I love interacting with you guys. So please feel free to connect, don't be shy, and until next time, I'm really happy that I love talking about dreams. I love dream interpretations, and I knew that was something that I wanted to share on my channel, but there was always a fear behind it, because there's some mystical aspect of it that some people might not really understand or accept, but I want to just be truly authentic and show that side of me and allow so that you are able and feel empowered to share that side of you as well. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I really look forward to connecting with you, and until next time, I'll see you later.